Shalom, Yasha'Allah. First and foremost, I want to get all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, the honest our apostles, the elders of great millstone, who rule well, and peace and blessings to the whole full that pushes the great gospel of sincerity and truth. It's your brother Tazakai Yahweh from the great millstone, Annapolis camp, coming at you another lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, and Lord willing to be edifying. Got an article from AP News, and it reads, powerful earthquakes leave at least 57 dead and destroy buildings along Japan's western coast. And this came out January 2nd, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And let's go ahead and get into it. It says a series of powerful earthquakes that hit western Japan left at least 57 people dead and damaged thousands of buildings, vehicles, and boats. Officials warned Tuesday that more quakes could lie ahead. Aftershocks continued to shake Ishikawa Prefecture and nearby areas a day after a magnitude 7.6 trembler slammed the area. It says the damage was so great that it could not immediately be assessed. Japanese media reports said tens of thousands of homes were destroyed. Water and power and cell phone service were still down in some areas. Residents expressed sorrow about their uncertain futures. It says it's not just that it's a mess. The wall has collapsed, and you can see through the next room. I don't think we can live here anymore. Miki Kabayashi, nobody keeps saying all the Japanese words, but a resident said as she swept around her house. It says the house was also damaged in 2007 quake, she said. But that was like, I don't know, that's called like the 8 magnitude, I believe, something like that. But it said, two of the latest reported deaths came from Suzu, where the death toll grew to 22 people, according to city officials. 24 people died in nearby Wajima City. Although casualty numbers continue to climb gradually, the prompt public warnings relayed on broadcasts and phones and the quick response from the general public and officials appear to have limited some of the damage. Toshitaka Katada, a University of Tokyo professor specialized in disaster, said people were prepared because the area had been hit by quakes in recent years. They had evacuation plans and emergency supplies in stock. There are probably no people on Earth who are as disaster ready as the Japanese, he told the Associated Press. Japan is frequently hit by earthquakes because of its locations along the Ring of Fire and arc of volcanoes and fault lines in the Pacific Basin. And no matter how disaster ready you are, it's up to the Yahweh Shemel Shai of what type of magnitude of damage and of loss and of deaths and so forth and so on. So they may think themselves like, oh, we cool, like we got it, we disaster ready, but hey, the Lord can send you another one and kill millions of people, right? It don't matter what you got set in play as far as like I said, pretty much like those measures or what they implement as far as like evacuation plays. None of that shit matters. Lord can run and rip through all that. It say Katada warned the situation remains precarious and predictable. The March 2011 quake and tsunami in northeastern Japan had been preceded by other quakes. This is far from over. Predictions by scientists have repeatedly been proven wrong, such as with the 2016 quake in southwestern Kumamoto, an area previously seen as relatively quake-free. Having too much confidence in the power of science is very dangerous. We are dealing with nature. No, you're dealing with your Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to see. Read a little bit more. It's a Slovakia. Japanese media's aerial footage showed widespread damage in the hardest hit spots with landslides burying roads. Like I said, I brought landslides, other weather, what they call weather phenomena. To say boats tossing the waters and a fire that had turned an entire section of Wajima City to ashes. So they got hit with everything, damn near. It say Japan's military dispatched 1,000 soldiers to disaster zones to join rescue efforts. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida said Tuesday, saving lives is our priority, and we are fighting a battle against time, he said. It is critical that people trapped in homes get rescued immediately. It say a quake with a preliminary magnitude of 5.6 shook the Ishikawa area as he was speaking. Hey, peace and safety, sudden destruction, speaking that peace, we're going to save lives, and then a quake hit as you speaking. Yeah, so y'all be playing with your Yahweh Shemel Shai, and hey, he brought in this so-called new year with a bang, with what? Death and destruction, right? It say reaching more than over 100 aftershocks over the past day. It's a nuclear regulator said nuclear plants in the region were operating normally. A major quake and tsunami in 2011 caused 3 reactors to melt and released large amounts of radiation at a nuclear plant in northeastern Japan. On Monday, the Japanese Meteorological Agency issued a major tsunami warning for the Ishikawa and low-level tsunami warnings or advisories for the rest of the western coast of Japan's main island of Honshu, and as well as the northern island of Hokkaido, which I believe the tsunami, I think they kind of like called it off as far as like the warnings, but hey, they had that scare on the brink, so that's going into what happened in Japan. There also was another one in Indonesia. Just going to read a little bit of it, not the whole thing, but it reads, this came from India Today, and it reads, 6.5 magnitude earthquake shakes Indonesia's Papua, which I don't think this was today. I think it was a couple of days. I think it was like on New Year's Day, or I'll see the date. It says Indonesia's Papua region, no casualties reported. A 6.5 magnitude earthquake struck in Indonesia's Papua region early on Sunday, and no casualties or damage were reported. There was no tsunamis issued. But the point of, to read these couple, will say, a powerful earthquake, and it's like December 31st, 2023. So pretty much, New Year's Eve going into the new year, right? It says a powerful earthquake shook Indonesia's easternmost region of Papua early on Sunday, but there was no immediate reports of serious damage or casualties. The U.S. Geological Survey said the magnitude 6.5 earthquake was centered 162 kilometers northeast of Abipura, a subdistrict in Jayapura, the city of Papua province, having at a depth of like 10 kilometers. It says, like I said, not to read all into this, it was just adding another, earthquake situation to the, make sure. Okay, yeah, to the lesson. So, Salakia on that, seen some sketchy shit going on, but Salakia. So, just going into these scriptures, man, everybody want to, bring the new year in and do this and that, and God give us another year to, live and all that bullshit. But then they don't give credit to the Lord bringing in that new year. But what? That death and destruction, right? And we believe to the Spirit, like things gonna definitely turn up more and more. So this is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai of hosts, with thunder and with great earthquakes." See, these earthquakes are part of the visitations of Yahweh Shemashai, right? It say, "and great noise with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." Right? These are all visitations of the Lord. And they said that some places in Japan had caught on fire. I think, some areas over there caught on fire too as well. But, mainly, with the earthquake. But this is what happens when the Lord, this is what happens when you live when the earth is being ran through complete wickedness. When you think the Lord's going to bring that which will be good to people to evildoers, people who live wickedly. No, the things that he's going to set up and leave for the good, leave for good, will be for what? His elect of the nation of Israel. As far as everybody else, these heathens, start with Esau, Edom, the rest of them, and then also to the wicked of our people. And he ain't dealing with them. He going punish them and deliver them to death and destruction. Again, like he just, he brought in the new year with a bang with death, right? More what prophecies going into it. The words of our Lord and Savior, Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." As we see, these nations against each other, these wars going against each other, these proxy wars against each other. Like, hey man, these nations are geared up, to fight for war. More things are going on as far as that will lead to war with the Taiwan tensions, and they're in the with China and so forth and so on. We know the Russia-Ukraine thing, and then what's happening over here in the Middle East. The atmosphere is of war. If you don't feel that, but hey, if the Lord has you blinded, then you're gonna be caught as a thief in the night when all the things come to pass, right? And it says, "in kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines," right? Famines, what? Food shortages, or famine of water, famine of oil, famine of whatever the case may be. But primarily of like food and water, things that you need to sustain your life, to keep you alive. Right? And pestilences, other diseases, plagues going around the world, and earthquakes in diverse places, right? We just gave diverse places, different places. We just got article 1 in Japan, and then another article in Indonesia, You know, saying these are in diverse places, and I guarantee you, I think it was like a 1.7 one that popped off in New York. You know, like so, they in diverse places. And I guarantee you. Matter of fact, I think it said Japan was hit with like 145 in one day earthquakes. So add that. This is what we are always, which we have been, but hey, we getting closer and closer to the end. So prophecies are going to be ultimately intensified, so to speak, right? They're going to keep coming rapidly, knowing what? Showing that what? We are in the end. Again, like I say, verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows, right? So what? Prepare yourself, or put yourself in that mindset that things are going to get worse. They're not going to get better, especially on this side of the Eon or the rulership of Esau Edom. They are not going to get better. Things are going to get worse and worse and worse till this devil is taken out of power. Then when things get better, which is an understatement, but when things get better is when the Israelites are set on top and ruling the world, which the Lord has made for us. But this is just something, real quick, in the earthquakes, that just came to pass. A lot of things going on too. So it's just, hey man, you just gotta stay rooted, be watchful, and pray as well as fast. Do all things you need to do, to be on the good side to the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to sincere brothers and sisters out there listening. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, the honor to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful that this pussy gospel of sincerity.